driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Oh, this is where I talk. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're having a good Wednesday. It's Wednesday, not Thursday. I thought I had lost it. I thought it was Thursday, but it's not. Thank the Lord. Because stuff, man, stuff. Stuff. A lot of cool stuff happening, you know. This morning I was having a harder time. On here it says I have one, and then I come over here and it says nobody. Oh, now it showed up. How's it hit restream before, or how's it hit Facebook? Okay, that's better. We're going to talk about being grateful in all of its aspects. Yeah, this morning I wasn't doing as well, but you know, I've had some talks with people. I actually had a meeting with my psychiatrist about my meds, so I was able to talk about what was going on, and she helped me out a little bit, and I was able to get things off my chest. And things still hurt, but I got to be able to move on with my day. So I'm really, really excited. God gave me a fantastic speaker for our grand opening. Amy Moore is going to be there. We call her the drunk whisperer. This lady, I can't even describe Amy. She's just beautiful in and out, and she does some amazing work. I recently just sent her a phone number today of a family that really needs her help. You know, and I love her. She's one of those people that I trust, yeah, we'll keep it at that. Because beyond that, I just feel like I'd be bragging. So, and bragging's not my strong suit. It used to be, right? Find reasons to, you know, when it comes to war stories or whatever, trying to top each other, right? All right, so welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is I'm Batman. Batman. I wear a lot of superhero shirts. It reminds me of what I'm doing. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Yeah, you know, even when I was a kid, I dreamed of being a superhero. People are like, I dreamed of being the president. No, I dreamed of being In and Out. Oh, good for you. There's nothing better than In and Out in California. It doesn't taste the same here. It doesn't taste the same. I lived in Cali for a few years. I moved there to drink myself to death and work. Right. That's a great place to start. Leisure. Good to see you, man. I don't know if you were here, but Amy Moore. Okay. Amy Moore is to be speaking. So January 19th, hold the date. Okay. The grand opening is a Friday. Okay, it's a Friday. We're going to be having a speaker meeting, a very good speaker meeting. Oh, yay, Isaac. Good for him. I'm so happy. I'm happy for you and your hubby and everything, man. You and Scott have come a long way, man. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool to watch you two heal. I'm loving it. I love it. All right. So this came about. I forget his name, but he talks with Joe Rogan a lot. I forget his name. He doesn't look like he knows anything. He has like I forget what you call it. Anyway, he was talking about gratitude. Mullet. He has a mullet. I don't remember his name, but God, this man is he, he's amazing. But he was talking about gratitude and that there's more to gratitude than just the good things. What about the problems that come into our life? Okay. Um, the other day I read Keys to the Kingdom, and it fits really well there. Okay, it says there have been my that we have been I've had my fair share of heartaches and disappointments because that is life. But it goes on to say that we seem that once we get this program and once we get it in all of its implications, that we become grateful for the necessity that makes us toe the line, right? Start to understand things like I need to stay in my lane. We start to think of other people when we do things. That's the biggest thing for us alcoholics and for any addict, that we start to think of others and not just ourselves. Okay. So when we do those gratitude lists, are we writing down, well, I'm glad I have this problem? Have you ever, on your gratitude list, have you ever put down, I am grateful to be an alcoholic? Did you know that you being an alcoholic is actually a blessing? It's a blessing, man. Or you would have never found God. You would have never found, I wouldn't have found leisure. I wouldn't have found Amber. I wouldn't have found these people if it wasn't for my alcoholism. I'm one of those people who is truly grateful for being an alcoholic. And I feel that way because there's no other reason in my life that I would have sought God. There's no other reason. Okay. So doesn't that make us blessed? The grace of God, doesn't that make you feel, special? A little bit, huh? Okay. See, what God was saying is he really needed you. That's what he's saying to us alcoholics. He says, I'm going to bless you with a disease, and I'm picking you because you can do it. And that, yeah, thank you, Leisure. I like it when people put a spin onto what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Grateful for the journey. Yeah. And that includes everything, right? Because if I didn't have my problems, then how would I be able to gauge my progress? Right? I call it the warm blanket theory. Okay. It's the middle of the night, and you wake up and your covers have fallen off you. This happened when you were a kid. It happened. Doesn't happen so much when you're an adult because now we cling to those. Right? But you wake up and the covers fall off the bed and you're freezing because dad likes to keep the temperature at 62 during the evening hours or whatever. I'm just making stuff up, right? And you wake up and buck cold, right? You got a blanket, and then you put the blanket back over you and you feel this warmth. You are grateful at that point for a blanket. Okay. And life is the same. Life is the same way. For us, we have been through arduous, hard things, right? What do we say? Depth and weight. Depth and weight, man. Depth and weight. It's all got to have depth and weight, or it doesn't mean shit to me. It won't. Okay. Why? Because I spent my life being aloof, being non concerned about things. Okay. I like this one too. Oh, no, it wasn't that one. No, it was this one. You already did that one. I wouldn't have my progress without problems. We can't do that, right? Like, so, when you see people and you think that they have it together all the time, especially in the program, no, They're probably sicker than the others. And how do I know this? Because I'm one of them. I come across as very put together. Okay. And I am in a sense, but I'm just as sick as everybody else. It doesn't mean I'm something different. Okay. Um, I follow the rules. I don't dump in meetings. I just don't. That's not what it's there for. And I'm certainly not going to dump in a newcomers meeting. What are those people going to be able to do for me? No. When I do that, what I'm doing is not providing hope. Okay. Maybe at the same time, maybe I need to think on this a little bit more. Maybe if I was a little bit, dump a little bit, maybe people will realize that, you know, but I need to be an example. I need to set a good example, not a frothy emotional appeal. I come here for that stuff. I don't do that at meetings. I don't talk like this at meetings. Are you kidding? No. No. See, this is a different arena, but now I'm off topic. Okay. I don't know how much more I can really cover on that, you know. Um, and I would reread Keys of the Kingdom, but I just read it the other day. This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to grab a book. The thing is even when I grab a book, let's say I grab this book and just open it, I already know what it is in my brain because I've opened this book so many times. A Vision for You. Someday, we hope that every alcoholic who journeys will find the fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous at his destination. To some extent, this is already true. Some of us are salesmen and go about. Little clusters of 2s and 3s and 5 of us have sprung up in other communities. Through contact with our 2 larger centers, those of us who travel drop in as often as we can. This practice enables us to lend a hand at the same time avoiding certain alluring distractions of the road, which any traveling man can inform you. Right? So here's the thing is there's 2 types of fellowship. There's the fellowship of people, and then there's God. Then there's God. So you're never alone. You're always in fellowship. If you're talking to God, then you're not alone. Right? Thus we grow, and so can you. Though you be but one man with this book in your hand, we believe and hope it contains all you need to begin. You can make a difference. One person can make a difference. You really can. I'm one person. I'm making a lot of difference. Okay? The thing is, we don't take credit for it. We just do what needs to be done. Okay? I'll give you a really good example. I was trying to figure out who I could have speak at the speaker meeting, and I asked Amber also. But then I thought of Amy and asked Amber. So I told Amber, and it's still up. I want you to think on it, that if she does want to tell her story, then I will sit out. It's for the good of the group, not me. Then I'll just chair the meeting. Not a big deal. Maybe I shouldn't. You know what? I'm going to chair the meeting. I'm going to look for a man to tell his story. Leisure. We know what you are thinking. You are saying to yourself, I'm jittery and alone. I couldn't do that. But you can. You forget that you have just now tapped a source of power much greater than yourself. To duplicate with such backing that we have accomplished is only a matter of willingness, patience, and labor. Labor. Sorry. Live, White Discussion. Great song. Fantastic song. If you never listened to it, go listen to it. White Discussion by Live. Okay. So see, even this goes along with gratitude and being grateful for everything that comes into our lives. The good, the bad, and the indifferent. Okay. So a problem is just a problem. What we decide to put into that is what becomes the arduous part. Okay. Amber's been saying this a lot lately, and it's very true for a lot of things. It's only as hard as you make it. Okay. Like this morning when I was going through stuff, I was making it a little bit harder for myself, and I had to get out of that. I had to get out of my own way. And I am grateful, right? I'm grateful because I didn't react the way that I used to react. I got out of it quicker. I was able to recognize it. Okay. And I must cling to those thoughts. Those are the types of thoughts that keep me going throughout the day to remind me, Dion, yes, you made some mistakes. And yes, I may pay for them for the rest of my life. But that's okay. Why? Because God picked me to do it. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. Is it 3 yet? I want to go to my meeting. I love you. Peace out and have a day.